is a place that changes many lives for the better. People from many backgrounds migrate to the Bronx due to it being welcoming and peaceful. Hi, my name is Stephanie Hernandez. My parents immigrated to the Bronx, the Dominican Republic, to gain more opportunities. Africans are one of the newest groups to come to the Bronx to fulfill the dreams. There are approximately 55,000 Africans living in the Bronx. My classmates and I are very grateful to be able to learn more about the difficulties and challenges Africans face in the Bronx while reaching their goals. I would like to introduce to you our two successful classmates, Charlotte and Abraham.
Je m'appelle Abraham. That's my name is Abraham. That's in French. And in Moray, it's Mamula Abraham. Mamula Abraham. My name is Abraham Kabor, and I come from Burkina Faso. That's in West Africa. I moved to the United States when I was 12. That was in 2002.
I was born on January 2nd, 1991, in Monrovia, Liberia. I came to the U.S. on March 15, 2007.
My father moved to the United States in 1997, and my mother came a year later, 98. I think that not just my parents, all the immigrants moved to the United States because it's like a country of money. People come over here to work. It was tough was because my parents weren't there for me, and it was at a young age. This was probably from when I was 8 till when I was 12, so that's like 4 or 5 years. And basically my parents, there were times where I needed help and times where I needed things that I couldn't get. Even though my parents were in America, there were times where I was poor, where I felt poor, because people would have things that I didn't have. And if my parents were back there, maybe I could ask them for it. And that's why it was tough. I think that it took quite a while for me to get to the United States because first my parents had to be settled down and be a little financially stable in order to bring me and my brother, to the United States. And there's a process to get the visa, which I think took a long time.
Hey guys, this is my mom.
Hey, I was born in Liberia, December 25th, 1975, Monrovia, Liberia. I came to the United States in 1996, and I came here I came here, to better up my life, and because they were fighting in my country and things were not so good there, so I had to come to America for freedom.
How did you feel when you heard you were coming to America?
Very happy.
Why?
Very, very. Because at least I will get here away from the fighting, the guns, just everything that was going on in Liberia. I couldn't deal with it anymore. Because when you're sleeping in the night, you hear the rockets, the missiles, and the grenade, everything passing you, and you only thank God that you get to see the next day because you're only living by the grace of God. So I was happy that I was living, and I was not going back to Liberia again until things got better.
My mom had a friend called Rebecca. She said, she told Rebecca that she wanted both of us to go to Ghana, and there's a program that we could get on, and we could come to America. So she sent money, and my aunt and I we first went to Ivory Coast, and that was 1998. We went to Ivory Coast. We stayed in Ivory Coast for 1 year and left 1999 to Ghana. And while we were in Ghana, we stayed on a refugee camp. They called Brown camp. The refugee camp was a place, some part of Ghana, that all Liberians lived.
Yes, I visited Charlotte when she was at the refugee camp. When I went there, I felt so bad because the living condition there was very bad. Yeah, I visited her there. So I had to take her from the camp and take her to something like what you call boarding school here, but back home we call it mission. So I had to send her to the mission to live to go to school, where they keep you there and you can only come for vacation. I visited her three times.
Here, I brought you some pictures of me in Africa. This picture, it was like a vacation. We were going home, and this is my school daughter. So she had on her uniform, and I had on the clothes I use for gym. Cause I love it. I didn't want it to go home with uniform. I wanted to go home like no, not like a student. This one is me and my daughter on campus. It was a vacation and we was going home. I just take a picture with her. I feel accepted in Ghana because I did everything Ghanaians did. I attended a school, and the only thing I felt that they were being crazy about was telling people not to teach about their history. They want every school to learn about Ghanaian history, and which Liberians didn't like the fact because they wanted the kids to be exposed to their culture and their history. They want to know what happened to the people. How is it like being separated from me?
Oh boy, it was very bad. I guess you know that when we go to church, they always tell you how I used to cry in church, praying that one day God will, make us to be together. Every time, don't they tell you when we go to church?
Yes, they do.
Okay. So pray all the time, most especially when I go to the park and I see people with their kids, and when I go to the store, I see little girls' dresses. I feel so bad, but I just have to keep praying to God that one day you will be here with me.
While we were in Ghana, my mom tried everything. Sometimes people would be, oh, this group is going to America. And she was like, can you bring my daughter with you? And all of a sudden, you see, they didn't make it. It's always the same. It happened like 3 different groups. So my mom relaxed and she said, oh, I could try this myself. Why every time somebody try to bring my daughter, it doesn't work out. So I'm going to try and bring my daughter myself. So that's how she did everything. I don't know what she went through here, but I guess she went through a lot. She had to process document from document to document. So 2006 November, she got a letter from immigration telling her that I'm now allowed to come.
Within my area here, there are, I would say there may be about, just within this area, about a radius mile, 1 mile away, maybe 1 or 2 miles away, maybe about 5,000 kids kids with African parentage. About 5,000 kids are in New York City public schools, within our about 2 miles radius from here, at least, about 5,000 kids. Just within my school here, we have over 100 African kids, just within this school. They come to the Bronx. Bronx is welcoming. And I think because of the kind of peaceful life that they have here, that's why they come in here.
When I first moved into the United States, I was in the 6th grade and I attended Clark Junior High School, which is on 143rd around 3rd Avenue. Moving here, I was excited to get here. And when I got here, I kind of liked it at first, but then later on, like sometimes you get teased in school because you're African, and that's hard for a lot of immigrants, especially on the teenagers, because if you don't have no friends, I mean, I know you probably have 1 or 2 friends, but in school, everybody is teasing you all the time. It's hard. It's hard for a person.
wasn't that easy to adjust to schools here, but I think one of the problems that most African kids face when they come here is sometimes language and other stuff. But when I came, I spoke English. Like when I came to America first, when I came to Fannie, I used to get teased by African Americans for the way I speak, even though I spoke English, but my accent, I don't think they were like comfortable with the way I speak. So they used to tease me a lot.
So that's an issue. It's an issue in school. Kids, maybe kids who taught African kids, call them names, you know, calling them names. You are this African, this African, this. That's why I had to do class presentation on African culture. I did a presentation to tell them, originally, according to Darwin, you know, everybody came from Africa, and then the kids will look at me, I come from Africa. I say, that's what he said. The scientific community said, thousands or tens and thousands or millions of years ago, everybody was from Africa. From Africa, people started to migrate. Some went to Europe, Asia, others came in here. But basically, they said civilization started in Africa.
It was hard for me to learn English, but it was a point where I just got fed up with everything, and I just got dedicated, and I really wanted to learn it. Like, you know, when you want something that bad, if you want it bad, you work hard for it. Like being in the United States, I have a lot more opportunities. I mean, like I'm boxing, and I go to school, and there's other little things out there that I can do and that I'm interested in that I can make a career out of, and that's a big advantage.
My father got me into boxing. I didn't want to box, but one day he was sitting in front of the TV, and he always talked about how he could have been boxing when he was younger and stuff, but now he's too old to box. So I just got up one day and decided to go to the gym that one of my friends introduced me to. It's something that I didn't think I would be able to do. I could do, and then when I started, it just became a part of my life. I used to go there, come to the gym every day after school, and like in a year, I probably missed like 5 days out the whole year. So I stayed in the gym. It was like a second home.
These are my three best friends. This is Tenway, Betty, and this is Masa. These are the girls who made me go on campus because I was so much around them. And we took this picture after school in a photo studio on Butcher Brown campus.
I could tell this girl was listening to music, right?
Mm-hmm.
What type of music do you listen to?
We, the Liberians, we listen to mostly hip-hop, like Rihanna, Puff Daddy, Beyonce, Shakira.
I listen to mostly R&B, reggae sometimes, and I barely listen to rap. I think they're similar, music from here and music from Africa. And I think that in African music, there's more of a message to it, and most of them are kind of like stories. Over here is also stories, but like short term. The African songs I listen to, they actually tell you a story.
We get to listen to so many African music that are not from Liberia, like from Ivory Coast. They will be singing the music in French. We don't understand it, but we want to go with it because of the beat. I mean, the beat of it, the music, the instruments, the way they play, we like it. Because they be singing in French and we don't understand French. And there's some Swahili we don't understand. From South Africa we don't understand, but we listen to it because it sounds good.
You as an African, how's life in America with your kids?
It's very good because in America you get a lot of help with your kids. Like for instance, you go into school, I don't have to pay the school fees or anything like that. Whereas in Africa, I have to pay up to the time you get out of college. You have to come from my pocket. Nobody will help me. No government help, nothing. Or if I wanted you to go to a government school, I have to pay a little bit of money, but that wouldn't be a good school for you to go to because you will not learn nothing good. So I have to send you to a Catholic school or a private school. Whereas in America, everybody basically learn good when they go anywhere, you know.
What do you think is the difference between raising kids in America and in Africa?
Raising children here, you have to be very tough because it's too much violence and a lot of things in the street. So you have to be very strong on the kids here. Back home, my neighbor could raise you. Even if I can do it, they can beat you up for being rude. But here, you cannot touch a child. I don't care what they do to you, you just have to let it go. Whereas back home, they would beat you up for acting rude on a neighbor.
In Africa, me and my father or my parents, like, they'll just tell you to, like, you have to obey them. You just have to do whatever, everything they want you to do. But over here, I don't think it's because I moved to America that I want so much freedom now. I just think it's because I'm older and I need that freedom. I have a great relationship with my mother, but with my father, we don't quite get along because, I mean, I'm in America and I'm trying to get, I don't think I'm Americanized, but there's a way that I want to do things for me, and he wants to control me, and it just don't, you know, it don't mix up.
Do you wish to change the African tradition of raising kids to adapt the system of the American?
No.
Why?
No, because like I said, if I change it, you'll be standing in my face and be telling me things you're not supposed to be telling me if I'm not strong. Like here, the parents got to be strong. I see it all the time in the street and the kids don't know how to talk to their parents, most especially when the parents are weak. So here you have to be strong. Other than that, your kids will stand right in your face and fight you or say things to you. Like you see it, we watch that on TV, I'll be like, oh, you better not talk to me like that, or you better not do that to me like that. So, no, I think the system in Africa is okay. The system here is okay because how the Americans found it better and how we found it better. So it's okay. I wouldn't want to change either of them. It's okay.
My plan for the future here is to, you know, become a professional boxer, graduate from college, get a degree, and hopefully continue with my photography.
When I graduate from high school, first of all, I'm going to college, get that nursing degree, and start working. I'ma just stay here to continue, like, get a master's, because compared to the education I've got here, I can go back to Africa and continue. I could rather start my education from Africa and end it here, but I can start from here and go back to Africa to earn it.
Yeah, I got photography, boxing. I can also do boxing in Africa. My school, I can also continue my school once I go back there. But it just won't be the same with the opportunity.
I think I'm going to go back to Africa to become a nurse there, to work there, because ain't a lot of nurses and doctors in Africa, and I think I have to take that responsibilities that a lot of Africans are not taking. When they come here, they put themselves in so many stuff trying to be like Americans. They forget that one day they're gonna go back and they expect things that they used to have in America. If they don't have it, it's gonna affect the way they live there. So it's better when you here, you put yourself into a lot of things that when you go back to Africa, you could share it with your African brothers and sisters.
Yes, I'm planning on going back to Africa to live once I'm financially stable. But I'm hoping to come back to the United States to visit sometime.
Would you like to go back to Africa to box someday?
Oh yeah, I would like to go back to Africa at least to box, box somebody and just get the feel for it, see how it is in the gym, But they are good boxers in Africa, especially in Ghana, I think. feel better calling myself an African because I'm not American, I'm African.
I'm African. I'm proud to be an African.
If I do go back to Africa now, I think I'll use my skills that I've already learned and try to build something. I just have to keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything wrong, so I guess I'm on the right track.
My main goal was to come here and go to school and get a better education and go back home and build my country.
Stop, make it look like I get no.